We're back at the river today, down by the Holtwood Dam. The mission today is very simple. We are going to try and find the sawmill ruins that supposedly are up here on Oakland Run. First thing we have to do is we got to hike up past the point we stopped at our last video. I'll put a link up to that right now. We didn't quite get there in that one. I think I was having some camera issues or something like that. We have found some really nice spots up here on Oakland Run. A couple summers ago, I think it was, during the dog days of August, and we came across some really nice stream level grottos and caves, little waterfall chutes and stuff like that. I'll put the link up to that one right now as well. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day here in South Central Pennsylvania. So let's get started. We are almost at Oakland Run here. I've probably been up and down this trail a half a dozen times now. And just from the spot where we shot the intro on that concrete platform to where I am right now, with the leaves off, I was able to look up at this ridge here, and it is just filled with big outcrops, huge overhangs, dark spots all up in there. So we're definitely gonna have to come back here to shoot an episode looking for stuff right up there. Just as an example, I'm looking up the ridge right now. Got to be at least a 40-50 foot cliff, and it has a huge crack running up from the very bottom. I can see it really well with my naked eye here, and it just goes right up that 50-foot cliff. And we made it to Oakland Run. That's what you're looking at right here. Next stream up, Duncan Run, and then up from there I think is Wilson Run, and both of those are in parks/state game lands, and those are two future episodes that we're definitely going to have to do. And that is what we're taking. That is the Mason Dixon Trail. We are about to hit the spot where the trail goes up, and then hopefully it comes down on the other side of some of these outcrops, and that's where the ruins will be. I wanted to show you guys this beautiful pool right here. It's nice and deep, crystal clear. Water's probably very cold. This would be a perfect spot to come and dunk yourself during the dog days of August. I think we're getting close. Here's the trail. We're going that way. We came up over the hill here, and I do think we are going to be there any minute. I did spy something across the valley here. It's a nice big overhang. You see that right there? That whole thing, it's got to be at least 60 feet wide. And it looks like a big slab just fell right out of there, leaving something underneath there. The stream's right here, and it's looping this way. I think just around up here might be where we're gonna find the sawmill ruins. Even with the leaves just barely starting to come out, I almost walked right by these things. They're basically kind of exactly where I thought they would be, or should I say were pointed out to be by commenters on a previous video. Mason Dixon runs up here, cuts back over here, crosses this little infeeder. I didn't see him till we were right there. And they're right there. Let's zoom in on them and you'll see what I mean. There they are. You see the wall there? Middle top. That's the base of one of the walls. As you pull out, they just kind of blend in there. If I hadn't been paying attention, I might have just kept going down the trail and missed them all together. So if the mill's right here, I'm thinking that this stuff here might be the accumulated muck at the bottom of the mill pond. See that? On the way up here, I haven't seen anything even close to this amount of soil on the sides of the stream. So I'm guessing that's probably what that is. Look at this. It's about a 15-foot high bank of dirt, soil, probably left over from the bottom of the mill pond. Watch this little piece of quartzite right here. It's pretty much mud. See these striations here? Doesn't that kind of look like something that would be accumulating at the bottom of a pond? Here's an even better example right there. You see that? Alternating dark light, dark light, dark light. I think it's called legacy soil or legacy sediment. There again, you can see it. The whole way up to the top. I bet you if you went up to here and dug straight down so that you would have a flat wall of freshly exposed sediment facing the stream, I bet you could see all those lines super clearly, like boom, boom. And each one might represent 1 year of accumulated sediment. And if you were able to count all those layers, you might be able to get a good idea of how long the mill was in operation, how long the mill pond was here. That's where we came from. Lots of moss here. This big wall right there. Or maybe that's part of the dam? I don't know. That looks more like a foundation of a structure. Look at this one. Definitely starting to crumble down on this side. There's another corner right there and another wall which extends at least 50, 60 feet this way. Look at the way that corner meets up like that. From up top here, you can really see the outline of the foundation. But it went right like this, and then that way. So if the pond came up here, there must have been a dam right here, right? Or something. We're a good 20 feet off the creek right here. I don't see anything that looks like a dam though, the remnants. Maybe it was here. I mean, it might have been one of those crib dams that they used to make using logs, rocks, and earth. Those things would not have lasted nearly as long as these stone walls here. They probably just got flushed down to the river at some point when a storm came along. Here's that big, big wall. There's a corner there. Then there's another wall here. And then there's another wall here. So I wonder where the head race would have been. Maybe it came through here. There does seem to be a road over here. Let's just take a quick peek up here. So this flat level spot right here, I'm wondering if that maybe was the bottom of the mill pond. The stream coming from that direction would have rapidly just cut down through that legacy sediment, reached the bedrock once again where it is now, and that would have been it. Rocks are a little shaky here. I wouldn't want to be standing on there when that thing collapses. This almost looks like an original thing here. Perhaps there was a pipe or something coming through there. The wall starts right there, extends at least 60 feet up. Then you got the big wall and another 50 or 60 feet up. So the whole thing extends for at least, I'd say 100 feet. And perhaps there was where the dam was. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for summer. I'm ready to get in the river. I'm ready to go creek crawling. I definitely want to get back up to State Game Lands 13 up there by Lewis Falls and go snorkeling in the plunge pools again. I'll leave a link up to that video right now. Damn, that water was cold though, but I got a new wetsuit, and once it gets hot enough outside, you can go down into those pools. You still freeze your you-know-what off. You can get in there for a while and get some good footage. Crystal clear water. Also, Rock Run. I want to get back up to Rock Run this summer too, because there's all kinds of plunge pools. That place is like, it's like a fantasy land up there. What did you guys think of the ruins? I was actually surprised. I thought they were going to be lower and smaller. They were actually pretty nice sized, and there was enough there that you could really get a good look at it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe, ring my bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll see everyone in the next episode.